years now, and my name's Robin. I'm a good friend of William, and this is his training partner.
Hey guys.
Kendrick. Yeah, in the beginning it was a little bit tense.
No tense, yes.
Because of the travel, it was long travel, the journey. But now I think he's more anxious to go on stage and show what he's got and show who he is.
William is ready.
Kendrick, you're his training partner. Tell me about training with him.
Okay. William's a good guy. I know William. I can William for William Pro.
Yeah, you know him before he was a pro, right?
He was a pro. Yeah. And now all the day William. Oh, that's shit.
No, they train in the evening, and they know each other for a long time now, before he even was a pro. And they train hard, because I look at them, and I trained with William for like 3 weeks. It was too hard for me. It was the tempo was too high, so he can cope with it. What I saw with
William zei elke dag William bij mij, weet je, ja, ga goed.
Yeah, they train there. Like everybody who's in their prep, he was there every day, 45 minutes drive from his place to our gym, and the way they trained, it was rough, hard, intense. So it was a good preparation, I think. And but this is a tough guy, so he trains with William, and they're like equals to each other. So
Yes, yeah.
It was hard.
William is now my tennis partner. William is my good friend, my brother.
Any improvements you've noticed this year in William's mentality and like mindset and his physique going into this prep?
Ik denk dat jij het beste kan zien, hè? Hoe die vooruit is gegaan.
Ja, dit jaar is hij beter dan vorig jaar, maar de kans is echt.
Maar wat is beter? What's better? I think everything is better. I think he's more full, rounder, harder, but also his mindset.
His abdominals.
Yeah, especially his abs, and you know, the older guys, they have a problem with the bloated belly, and he has it good under control.
Yeah.
So I think he looks even more better than last year, but we have to see it on stage, because we can judge now, but we're not the jury. So jury, if you're watching, place him first. It's his time now.
Is there any sort of messages you wish to put on here for William?
Yeah, we love you, you know. Just give it your it doesn't matter what place you get, you're always good for us. But I think you're gonna get the real good place.
How was meeting all the fans yesterday? Good?
Busy.
Busy, yeah.
I was tired as well. The feet was killing me.
Yeah.
But it was nice to see them, you know. To see all cute.
The photos look really good. I bumped into Charles, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I said to him where you was. And he said, I'll say hello to him. Oh, yeah, do.
Was the end when we were leaving?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, come here.
It's only like, William, it's like 5-10 minutes away maximum. 5-10 minutes away, it's very close. About 10 minutes away in a taxi maximum, I'd say. Las Vegas Convention Center, okay?
Are you training any more today?
Yesterday we were supposed to train, but we didn't go, so he said we might could do it or watch today, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Yeah, just see how you feel.
Yeah.
Well, how you look and how you feel.
Yeah.
Is Neil happy with everything?
he gives me the impression, so they're in a good position. Yeah.
You've worked hard, mate, so...
Hmm?
I said you've worked your arse off, so...
No, we all did.
Yeah.
We all did.
So what's that you're eating now, like the amounts? What's the amounts you're eating there?
I think 150 or 180 grams of chicken and 200 grams of rice and avocado.
Do you season them anything like that, or is it just salt? Yeah.
A little bit cheesy.
Yeah. And your shake, is that oats? Okay.
I'm thirsty.
We are actually back in the same hotel, which is the New Orleans hotel. We are one day out from Ryan's competition. On a scale of 1 to nervous, we are very, very nervous, but so excited as well. This year's prep for Ryan has been very, very different. I think personally, and he would probably agree, that it has been a lot easier. We've been back in the UK for his prep, so he's been in his kind of familiar surroundings again. So we're excited, nervous, but nervous for a good reason.
Yeah, and I'd agree with that. Very nervous, very excited for tomorrow, but very positive. It's a different experience, isn't it?
Completely, yeah, completely.
And Ryan seems a lot more relaxed as well.
I was going to say, how is Ryan last year to this year?
A lot more relaxed. Very positive.
Yeah, very positive. I think last year, well, he's explained it before to everyone that follows him, but last year he went for a different kind of look, in that he wanted to try and come in bigger, but that didn't work for him, and he knew it at the time. I think we all knew that he didn't feel particularly comfortable last year. That's not to say that he regrets it, because I know that he will always have wondered, if he hadn't have tried to go for that, would it have worked out. But this year he's back to what he knows and what he does best, and he's focusing on bringing the condition back, which is what everybody knows Ryan for.
And he's happy. He's happy about that, isn't he?
Oh, so happy, yeah.
Do you think this is the best condition?
I think it is 100%. I think it's difficult for someone to say that sees him every single day.
Yeah.
And we're biased as well, because we always think he looks absolutely amazing. But you see everybody around now that hasn't seen him for a while, and like their reaction is incredible. So it just kind of verifies what we're thinking. Yeah.
He's leaner, definitely leaner, but definitely when you look at him, he's a lot more relaxed and does seem happier. That's all we want, especially going into a competition as big as this.
Describe what the emotions, everything that go through when you see him on stage walking out and the crowd's cheering.
It's unbearable.
Yeah.
It is absolutely unbearable. I've just never, well, I don't know about you, but I've never experienced the kind of anxiety.
Yeah, it is.
The anxiousness, the waiting, and the anticipation, and Yeah.
I mean,
We
I
are,
completely agree. It's like, I don't know how you describe it. It's just, you feel like you're on that stage. I think because you've gone through everything with him, like you can almost feel exactly what he's feeling. But then when the crowd roars when he comes out as well, on the other hand, you are ridiculously proud of him.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it is amazing how many Americans are behind him. You know, that really is, isn't it? Something,
it is.
You know, and you can hear everyone cheering. You think we're the only ones there, but no, it's amazing.
Yeah. The amount of food we go through, Tupperware, protein shakers is like unimaginable. Clothes, the amount of washing we have to do for clothes, it is every day, and it's like a full washing basket full of clothes. So there is other stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and yes, it's different to kind of a normal person's day-to-day life, but it's nothing that you would ever change because you do it as a team, and he helps me out with stuff and I help him out with stuff. So I back him 100%, and whatever that takes, I'll do. And one thing I will say about Ryan is he always makes an effort afterwards, after these kind of 16-week preps, to make time for just us to do things, and I'm very, very grateful for that, because I know that's not always the case with other people. He's very thoughtful, isn't he? And he tries his best to make time for everybody, even like family barbecues we've had. He's
even though he's not been able to join in with the food and whatever, he's turned up and he's been a part of the family.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, so we are literally 24 hours away from the 2018 Mr. Olympia. So it's Friday, we're coming into the evening now, and today's been all about obviously getting my tan. I've had 2 coats of tan today, which looks very weird in this light, but on stage it's a necessity to get this dark. And we started the carbing process, so we're trying to fill back up. So I've been depleted for so long now, obviously dieting down over 16 weeks, ready for tomorrow. And these yesterday and today has all been about filling back up and trying to get that 3D thickness to the stage on my physique.
Is this carb up different to previous carb ups, and what amounts are we sort of talking here?
Yeah, so this carb up has been very different to previous preps I've ever done. I've always gone in quite low, like around 50 grams of carbs for 2 days, and then mass carb for 2 days as well. So around the 800 grams to 1,000 pushing sometimes for 2 days in previous preps, and it's always worked because I've got such a fast metabolism. I need to fill this frame out quite a lot, but on this prep we've really focused more on condition rather than size, and we've gone back to just focusing on that. So we haven't pushed the carbs too much. We have had an increase. We're about 300 grams today, and it was 400 yesterday. So it's still an increase to what my body's been used to, and I'm still starting to fill up. We just don't want to risk blowing the stomach, and just keeping that condition, that crisp, hard condition we've worked hard for.
Just tell me what it's like when you hear people cheering for your name and like chanting and screaming for you when you're on that stage.
Yeah, that for me, I will never get used to. It's the most surreal thing ever, especially in America, because when I first came over here, it was like a tumbleweed moment. Like when you stepped out on stage, no one knew who you were, and they were quite cold, shall we say. So over the years, I've built their trust up, and from placing and doing well in previous shows, I've got a nice following out here. And to hear my family as well in the crowd, and to hear Americans, to hear foreigners, everyone shouting your name is a pretty phenomenal feeling, and it is one of the biggest highs, one of the biggest buzzes you can ever feel, apart from winning, obviously.
Making quite an impression, and you're right, he could be one of those guys. We're looking for some new blood to come into this Olympia stage and start to give us some new physiques, some new personalities to talk about, and Alexi is one of the new crop.
Hey, you pick the right shows, build your name, pick it up the back a little bit, talent and conditioning. He could make a run next year and deal with Rolly Winkler and William Bonac. But if I got to go out on a limb tonight, this could change tomorrow in 24 hours. I've got William Bonac in 4th. I've got Rolly Winkler in 3rd. I've got Sean Roden pushing that apple cart over
but he hasn't closed the door, and we're going to get another look at that before this pre-judge is over, I'm sure.
Well, if you want to hit us up and let us know what you're thinking over the next 24 hours, do it. You can hit me up over on Instagram, Digital Muscle Media. You can hit me up on Facebook, Dan Solomon. Of course, Sean Ray is on all the social media platforms. And let us know what you think. We want to hear about it because we love to get a sense for what the fans, what you guys are thinking as you watch this show. And right now, we're .com and of course, the folks at Muscle Farm who are supporting our
Here's the call out we were anticipating, Dan. This being a global contest.
Roden and William. So as you mentioned, he did bring William Bonac into this group.
As well, he should. These athletes are from the Netherlands, from Egypt, from Canada, Puerto Rico, Czech Republic, Curacao, very international flavor. But this is what we came here to see. These are going to be our top 4 finalists. If you look at how Phil's carrying himself on stage, his hands on his hips, relaxed. Sean Roden's not like that. Sean's stomach is tight and tense, and he's ready to do battle.
Steve Weinberger, the head judge, moves Sean Roden next to the champ, Phil Heath. Rolly Winkler, of course, on one side, William Bonac on the opposite side. These are, at least for now, the top 4 bodybuilders in this contest and in the world as they're going to hit the front lat spread. And Sean Ray, I'm going to let you break it down as they go pose for pose.
I'm going. Sean Roden has the front double bicep. And his front lat spread is not all that impressive.
See, the quad sweep is what's going to give Phil the advantage in that
Phil's
shot.
Yeah, but Phil's relaxing the midsection just a little bit too much for my liking. He's leaving the door open for these guys, man, and he needs to pay attention to all the aspects of this competition when he's posing. That's one of Phil's shots, that side chest shot. Of course, Sean's a little bit light in the pecs. He's very light in the triceps, as you'll notice. Phil's arms are much bigger than Sean Roden's arms.
I'd like to see the camera guys see if they can pull back and get a wider shot so we can see all of them at the same time for our viewers. That's exactly the angle we want to see, so it kind of gives everybody at home a better perspective of what's happening. The lower back, of course, a strength for Phil. Now, Sean, who wins this pose, Sean Roden or Phil Heath?
Phil Heath wins the back double bicep
Easily,
pose,
sure.
but Sean's right there. He
Sean's
doesn't give up a whole lot.
It's not the gap that there once was. Sean Roden made some significant improvements, and of course, if Sean Roden wins this Olympia, he's going to become the new Sean. So that's a whole other issue that you're going to have to worry about later, Sean Ray.
Mr. Olympia and Sean should be synonymous. It sounds beautiful to me. But if you're going to give Phil the back shots, you've got to give Sean the front shots. So now we're splitting hairs. Sean's in great shape. He's got the glutes. He's much improved from a year ago. You have to reward that as well.
Right now, who's looking at the edge for the third spot if you compare William Bonac and Rolly Winkler, 2 very different physiques?
I got to go with Rolly Winkler. I mean, I love William Bonac. He's muscular all over, but he looks watery throughout. He looks a little heavy in the midsection. It takes the lines away.
This is a big comparison coming up. Steve Weinberger just called the abdominal and thigh shot.
Sean Roden.
In this competition, that's really going to go a long way, of course.
That's Sean Roden's pose. Sean doesn't have the separation in the quads, but he has everything you need. And that shot right there, his waist disappears. Phil looks a little uncomfortable hitting that shot, and I'm surprised he didn't hold it longer, and now he's relaxing his midsection.
See,
Never relax.
Phil Heath is making his money on the quads tonight. That's what's keeping him in that group, right? Because Phil Heath,
but when he relaxes his stomach,
that's the problem.
It's killing me right now.
The midsection for Phil Heath is an issue. It's looking different. Sean Roden's midsection is crisp. So that's going to be an area where Sean Roden is really going to score big with the judges. And of course, Rolly Winkler, when he hits the most muscular,
it's lights out.
He's an airplane.
It's lights out.
It's unbelievable.
I'm a fan of Phil. Right now, this contest is wide open.
We're very judging of your 2018 Mr. Olympia.